Don't skip this, because heaven is watching and your name is being spoken in the light. You were chosen to hear this, and you were guided here by unseen hands that love you deeply. This is not random, and this message has been sent directly from heaven's heart to yours. You are being prepared for something big, and this moment marks the beginning of a sacred shift in your life. There is a stirring around your name, and angels are whispering in the unseen about your next chapter. But before the blessing comes, there is something you must release quickly. There is a name saved in your phone, and it is blocking heaven's flow toward you. There is a person whose energy drains your peace, and heaven is warning you now. Delete this contact very fast. You have felt the nudge before, and you have ignored it because your heart is kind and your hope is strong. But today, God speaks clearly through the stillness. Let go before it costs you your next miracle. This message carries urgency and mercy together because heaven sees the invisible chains you don't even recognize. Comment God is with me if you trust his plan for your life. This person was once a lesson, but not every lesson belongs in your future. Their name holds residue of pain, and each time you see it, your peace trembles a little. You think it's harmless, but spiritual clutter is just as dangerous as physical clutter. You cannot carry old pain into new peace, and you cannot hold my blessing while gripping confusion. I see your sleepless nights, and I see your brave smiles that hide exhaustion. I know how hard you tried to love purely, and I know how much it hurt to be misunderstood. You kept hoping they would change, but some people only come to test how much you value yourself. And you have passed the test by surviving, by forgiving, by still believing in goodness. But now, I ask you to graduate from that season, and you cannot graduate if you keep reopening old chapters. Heaven is calling you to higher peace, and that means your phone must no longer carry your old pain. That name you keep scrolling past. Yes, that one it holds a vibration of unrest every time it appears. You feel it in your stomach, don't you? That slight twist, that quiet ache, that's your spirit recognizing what your heart tries to forget. You think maybe they'll reach out, maybe they've changed. But the truth is, your destiny doesn't need their approval. Every time you reread old messages, you reopen healed wounds and invite old confusion back in. The angels have been gently warning you, but now they are raising their voices in love. They are saying, delete it fast, because delay is dangerous. You are not erasing a person, you are reclaiming yourself. You are not being cold, you are being covered by divine wisdom. Heaven is protecting your purpose, and this is one of the ways. When you remove their name, you open the gates for divine communication to return to you. The energy that once drained you will be replaced with peace that restores you. The silence that once scared you will now become sacred stillness where God speaks. You will feel lighter the moment you release them, and the angels will immediately begin to reorganize your future. There are blessings waiting for your attention, but your focus has been trapped in an old loop. That person was sent as a mirror, not as a home, a reflection, not a refuge. And now you must step away to become who you were meant to be. Type 888 if you are ready for abundance and divine favor. Heaven is saying, I can't bring the new if you keep watering the old. You've prayed for signs, and this is one. This is it. This is confirmation, divine timing, and it carries both compassion and command. Your hesitation has already delayed certain miracles, but heaven is merciful and has extended your grace period. Now is your moment to act. Don't scroll away. Don't think later. Later is where blessings go to die, and now is where breakthroughs live. There is a light rising in your life, and that light needs space to expand. You cannot see the sunrise while staring at midnight conversations that no longer serve your soul. This is your spiritual cleanup moment, your energetic reset, your holy boundary forming like a shield. You are being taught to protect your peace as fiercely as you once protected others. Because the one who loves everyone but neglects themselves eventually runs empty, and heaven refuses to let you run dry again. You gave too much for too long, and now you are learning what love feels like when it includes you too. This is why the divine keeps whispering, delete their contact, and let your peace breathe again. Your phone is not just a device, it's a doorway for energy and attention. When you delete that number, you are closing a spiritual portal that no longer belongs to your destiny. You have to understand this is not punishment, it's preservation. Not rejection, it's redirection. Not loss, it's liberation. Heaven does not take without replacing, and I will not remove without restoring. You will see soon that every goodbye guided by heaven is actually a seed for a better hello. Trust what feels heavy to leave, because it will lead you to something holy to hold. Your tears are proof of your growth, and your obedience will be the doorway to your next victory. Type yes, Lord, if you open your heart to blessings today. You keep asking, but what if they still care? What if this is meant to work again? And heaven answers softly, you deserve peace, not promises that keep changing. Every time you go back, you pause your own healing, and every time you wait for them, you delay the person I've chosen to find you. The angels have seen conversations you haven't heard, and they have witnessed intentions you couldn't see. There were prayers prayed against your joy, and words spoken in envy that reached your name, yet I have covered you through it all. I know you want to believe in the goodness you saw in them, and that goodness was real, but it was only a chapter, not your forever. They came to awaken lessons, not to hold your destiny, and now that lesson is complete, you must close the door. If you hold on to what is leaving, your hands will not be free to receive what is arriving. Do not call this loss, call it alignment, for I am aligning you with peace that will never ask you to beg. I am removing this distraction because the next season requires full focus, and you cannot build miracles while entertaining chaos. This person has been the echo in your mind for too long, and I need that echo silent so you can hear me again. You once felt that love was everything, but you are learning that peace is the true miracle. You once thought holding on meant faith, but in this season, letting go is obedience. I am not punishing you. I am pruning you. For what does not bear fruit must be cut away to make room for the harvest. The angels have begun their work already, and some doors will close without your effort. Messages will stop coming, calls will fade, and invitations will vanish. Do not chase what I've canceled. It will feel strange at first, and you may miss what was familiar, but heaven says familiar does not always mean faithful. Sometimes peace arrives dressed as loneliness first, and healing feels like emptiness before it feels like freedom. Do not confuse stillness with absence, for in the quiet, I am nearest to you. When you delete their contact, do not think you're erasing love, you're honoring the lesson. Love is eternal, but not every relationship is meant to stay eternal on earth. I will send love again, this time gentle, this time steady, this time aligned with your calling. It will not drain you or demand you hide. It will celebrate who you are becoming. This is why you had to release this one first, because they could not go where you're going. Your destiny requires strength, and they were too comfortable in their weakness. Your heart requires truth, and they were still loyal to illusion. Heaven is saying, you cannot take someone who doubts you into the land that believes in you. That is why I'm cutting this cord now, and I need you to help me by deleting what holds the old energy. The enemy works through memories too, and that is why old texts and old photos still carry weight. Every time you scroll through them, you unknowingly re-enter spiritual contracts that I've already broken for you. You may feel the urge to look just one more time, but that urge is not curiosity, it's spiritual interference. Do not open the door again. This is your exodus moment, and freedom always begins with release. There are angels assigned to you right now, standing guard beside your bed, whispering courage into your sleep. They are preparing divine replacements, heavenly introductions, and peaceful opportunities, but they can only deliver them to a heart that is clear, and right now your heart is still cluttered with confusion. Tap the like button and hit subscribe right now to unlock this divine message and receive the blessings God has prepared just for you. This message comes with divine authority, but also deep tenderness. I am not scolding you. I am rescuing you. When you obey quickly, you align instantly, and heaven begins to accelerate your blessings. Delays break, doors open, and divine favor starts flowing in unexpected ways. But if you keep this contact, you will keep their confusion too, and confusion is the thief of clarity. I am calling you into clarity now. because your anointing is about to awaken. You were never meant to chase anyone, because you were created to attract what matches your peace. The one I send next will not trigger your anxiety. They will steady it, and they will love you the way I wrote love, pure, patient, and peaceful. For now, focus on releasing what doesn't serve your future, and trust that I will refill every space you empty in obedience. Heaven is proud of you even before you. Act because your heart is listening. You feel this message vibrating inside your spirit. That is confirmation, not coincidence. I am speaking through the quiet, through the chills on your skin, through the sudden tears you cannot explain. You are not imagining it, for your soul recognizes truth when it hears it. You have carried so much for so long, and this act of deleting one contact may seem small, but spiritually, it is a revolution. It breaks an old pattern and signals heaven that you are ready for something new. Your obedience in this simple act will echo through realms, and angels will record it as a turning point in your destiny. You will feel a strange peace after you do it, and you may even cry. Those tears are sacred. They are heaven's baptism over your decision. The moment you release this connection, the Holy Spirit will begin repairing the cracks in your self-worth. You will look in the mirror differently, not as someone abandoned, but as someone chosen. Because that's what you are, chosen for peace, chosen for purpose, chosen for better. And the one who was meant for your next chapter will only appear when you make space for them to enter. I know it's not easy, and I know you hope this message would say something different, but love always tells the truth, even when it hurts. And I love you too much to let you stay stuck in something that keeps shrinking your spirit. You are not hard to love. You just gave your love to someone unequipped to hold it. But I am sending you someone who can. They will not run from your depth. They will dive into it with gratitude. They will not silence your heart. They will speak life into it. And you will see, when that time comes, that everything you released was necessary to reach that peace. For now, be still, because heaven is rearranging things for your protection. The delays you see are not rejection. They are preparation, and every not yet is building the perfect yes. Your heart is under divine construction, and soon it will become a sanctuary that attracts only truth. So tonight, before you sleep, take your phone, scroll to that name, and delete it gently but firmly. Whisper, "Thank you for the lesson, but I release you," and feel heaven's peace settle like soft rain over your heart. Because the moment you do, you'll feel the shift. It will be quiet but powerful. You will sleep better, and you'll wake up lighter, because your spirit will no longer be fighting against divine order. And that is where miracles begin, in alignment, in obedience, in peace. You did what heaven asked, and though your heart trembled, you obeyed the whisper that came from love, not fear. Now I can begin the healing that only obedience unlocks, and you will notice small mercies flowing into places that once ached. The air will feel lighter when you wake, and peace will start to hum softly beneath your ribs. That is not coincidence. That is heaven moving through the cracks where confusion used to live. When you deleted that name, you removed an unseen weight, and your soul finally exhaled after holding its breath for too long. The angels rejoiced quietly around you, and your spirit became a melody again instead of a battlefield. You may still think of them, but each thought will sting a little less, and that is healing beginning to grow roots. Do not rush the process, for healing is holy, and holy things unfold slowly, so they last forever. Let tears come if they need to, because they are cleansing the doorway to your next chapter. Every tear you cry now waters the seeds of joy that I planted long ago, and soon they will bloom into laughter again. You have no idea how much heaven has planned for you, and you will understand why this release was so urgent. I am about to rewrite your story in ways that will make your old pain make sense, and what once broke you will soon bless you. You will meet people who speak peace instead of confusion, and they will remind you that love should never make you shrink. They will mirror your growth, not your wounds, and together you will rebuild the trust that fear once stole. But before that, I am restoring your confidence, and I am mending your trust in yourself first. You doubted your discernment because manipulation disguised itself as care, and I am here to fix that. You will start recognizing truth faster, and you will sense peace like a compass again. No longer will you confuse chemistry with connection because you now know how peace feels in your body. It does not make your heart race. It makes your spirit rest, and rest is where I dwell. The one I send next will carry calm in their voice, and you will know they are from me because nothing about them will feel forced. They will not test your boundaries. They will honor them, and that will be your confirmation. Until then, I want you to love yourself the way I have loved you, without condition, without hurry, without fear. Speak kindly to the mirror every morning, and remember that heaven calls you beloved. Feed your peace the way you once fed chaos, and watch how your light multiplies. Do not check the door you've closed, for the one I open will not require you to chase. Your life will start to attract what is aligned, and those who once misunderstood you will watch peace crown you. This season is about healing from the inside out, and heaven has already started the work. You will begin to notice synchronicities, and signs will start appearing where they never did before. A feather on your path, a gentle breeze at the right time, a song that feels written just for you. These are angelic confirmations. The unseen world is applauding your courage, and I am walking beside you every step of the way. Do not look back, because the past has served its purpose, and the future is eager to meet you. Each day you choose peace, you rewrite your legacy, and your ancestors rejoice in heaven. They are proud that you broke the pattern, and they are interceding for your freedom now. You will feel their presence in quiet moments, and their love will steady you when doubt whispers. Remember this truth: nothing and no one can steal what heaven protects, and you are protected completely. Even in silence, I am near, and even in waiting, I am working. So breathe, my beloved, for this is the calm before abundance, and peace always comes before promotion. In the coming days, you will receive clarity in dreams, and they will not confuse you this time. Write them down, for they are instructions from heaven, guiding you toward your divine opportunities. Your finances will begin to align again, because where confusion ends, provision begins. Your creativity will return, and ideas will come with ease because the fog has lifted. You will even notice your health improving and your sleep becoming deeper. This is how peace heals the body. Every part of your life is being reset, and you will soon realize you never lost anything by letting go. You only made room for everything that was meant to arrive. So walk forward now with quiet confidence and know that the angels are still clearing your path. You will feel guided in small choices, and everything will start to flow instead of fight you. That is what happens when you align with heaven. Life begins to cooperate with your destiny. And when you think about them again, smile softly and bless them from afar, then release them again. Because forgiving them is not reopening the door, it is sealing it with grace. You owe no explanations for choosing peace, and you owe no apology for protecting your purpose. Heaven celebrates those who choose obedience over nostalgia, and you have become one of those rare souls. This is your rebirth season, and you will rise from this quieter but stronger, softer but wiser. You will no longer chase love. Love will find you in your peace. You will no longer beg for clarity. Clarity will live inside your calm. And when that day arrives, when you see why this message mattered, you will lift your hands and whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for saving me from what I thought I needed, and thank you for giving me what I truly deserved." That is the song heaven has already begun to write through your life, and soon the whole world will hear it. You have come far, and heaven has been watching every trembling step, because even when you felt weak, your spirit was strong. Your obedience has opened the skies above you, and the blessings that were delayed are now being released in divine order. You may not see it all yet, but the shift has already begun, and the atmosphere around your name has changed. The angels have written your courage into heaven's record, and your life is now under new protection. Where confusion once lived, peace is moving in, and where sorrow once ruled, joy is being rebuilt. The energy that surrounded you before has been cleared, and light is filling the spaces where shadows used to rest. This is not a coincidence. This is restoration, and it begins quietly before it becomes visible. You will soon see how everything aligns. People will appear with the right words. Doors will open with little effort. Opportunities that felt blocked will unfold naturally because divine timing has been reactivated in your life. The moment you obeyed, heaven moved, and everything that was blocked began to flow again. Your destiny is awakening like a sunrise, and the light that rises from your story will inspire others to believe again. You will tell people one day, "I listened to that message, I deleted that contact, and my life changed," and it will be true. Because obedience is the seed of miracles, and you have just planted one in the soil of your faith. Do not underestimate this small act, for heaven never measures power by size, but by sincerity. You have shown heaven your readiness, and now heaven is showing you favor. I am breathing peace into your mind, and that restless heart that once raced with worry will now rest in rhythm with grace. You will wake up with calm instead of dread, and nights will no longer hold fear, but quiet reassurance. The same phone that once carried anxiety will now carry confirmation, messages of alignment, not confusion. Calls that once drained you will be replaced by voices that uplift you and connections that honor your soul. Because I am sending people who understand your worth and who recognize your spirit without needing proof. They will speak to your peace, not your pain, and you will feel heaven in their presence. But remember, keep your discernment alive, because not everyone who smiles carries light. Stay close to me, and I will continue to reveal truth before deception even reaches your door. When you feel uneasy, that is me whispering, "Not this one." And when peace floods you, that is me saying, "Yes, go forward." I will guide you through intuition, through timing, and through stillness, because your spirit is now tuned to divine frequency. The noise of the world will not confuse you anymore, because you have learned to hear the whisper of heaven, and that whisper will lead you into places you once thought were out of reach. Your career will shift toward purpose, your relationships will mirror peace, and your home will feel lighter. Even your environment will begin to change, because where your energy rises, your surroundings must follow. People will notice a glow they can't explain, and some will ask, "What happened to you?" And you will smile gently and say, "I finally let go of what God told me to release." That sentence will carry power, because it's not just your story, it's your testimony. You will become living proof that letting go invites greater things, and your presence will heal others silently. The one who once wept will now comfort, the one who once doubted will now guide, and the one who once broke will now bless. That is the transformation heaven creates when you choose obedience over attachment. And soon you will look at your phone and realize you no longer miss them. The number that once held your attention will feel distant, like an echo that no longer belongs to your song. Because your soul has finally remembered its own melody, and you will sing again without pain in your voice. You will no longer wait for their message, because you will be too busy answering divine invitations. Your time will fill with purpose, your days with clarity, and your heart with gratitude. That's the sign that healing has finished its work, and you've stepped fully into peace. Now, listen closely, because this is the final revelation. What was once taken from you unjustly is being returned multiplied. For every tear you cried, I am sending double joy, and for every heartbreak, I am sending divine companionship. What they said about you in private will be corrected publicly, and the truth will defend you without you speaking a word. The people who left you in confusion will soon see your elevation, and they will whisper your name in awe. But you will not gloat, you will bless them, because healed souls do not seek revenge, they radiate grace. And grace is the language of heaven, the one your spirit now speaks fluently. So stand tall, beloved, because the battle that once broke you is over, and peace has taken the throne in your life. No weapon formed against you will prosper now, because you've built your boundaries with obedience. No lie spoken over you will take root, because truth has already exposed what was hidden. You will live in ease, not anxiety, and walk in purpose, not pressure. Your past will no longer chase you, because you've turned it into wisdom, and wisdom cannot be haunted. The angels are closing this chapter, and heaven is sealing it with divine light. Now, look at your hands. They are free. Your heart, it is steady. Your future, it is open. Everything that left made space for what is about to arrive, and this arrival will not be delayed. This is the new season, the one you prayed for, and the one that obedience has unlocked. Walk forward in faith because you are fully covered and your story is protected by heaven's signature. Every day from now will be lighter because you have chosen peace over pain and clarity over chaos. And remember this truth, God's timing may look slow, but it's never late, and this time, it's your turn. So breathe deeply, release the last memory, and welcome the calm that now belongs to you. Your healing is complete, your heart is protected, and your path is blessed. Go live without fear, and when you need to be reminded of who you are, listen again to heaven's voice. And when you are ready, listen to the next divine message, because heaven still has more to say. More comfort, more direction, and more miracles that bear your name. This story does not end with letting go. It begins with becoming whole. You are loved endlessly, protected completely, and guided eternally. Heaven is proud of you, and all of creation is clapping for your peace. Now go in light, stay in grace, and remember always, when you obey the whisper, you invite the miracle. You have entered a new vibration, and heaven rejoices because your soul has remembered its true rhythm. The world will begin to mirror this rhythm, and what once felt blocked will now respond with ease. This is how divine alignment looks. Doors open softly, paths appear clearly, and peace becomes your compass. You will no longer chase what is fading, for your spirit now recognizes what belongs. When the wrong ones reach out again, your heart will stay calm, and your peace will answer for you. They will sense the change before they understand it, and some will try to return, but do not reopen what I have already healed. Compassion is holy, but connection must be sacred, and you must guard your peace like a garden of light. For every person removed, I am planting another, someone whose soul language matches yours, and whose intentions are pure. They will not compete with your light, they will protect it, and their presence will feel like home, not confusion. This is the reward of obedience, for when you trust heaven, heaven always replaces with better. Your story will inspire others who feel trapped in similar pain, and your peace will speak louder than your words. Each time you share your testimony, you will heal another heart, and the chain of confusion will continue to break. You are now a vessel of deliverance, carrying light where others still wander in shadow. This is why your journey mattered, so you could understand pain, then teach peace. Heaven will use your story as a key, unlocking freedom for many who are afraid to let go. And as you speak, angels will stand beside you, amplifying your words with power that reaches deep into other souls. The world needs your voice because it carries the vibration of survival turned into faith. Do not hide your scars. They are your credentials, and through them, light shines brighter. Every tear once shed has become a pearl of wisdom, and soon you will wear them as crowns of grace. The very thing that tried to silence you will become the testimony that sets others free. That is redemption, and redemption is the signature of God. You will not return to what once drained you, because your soul no longer fits where it once survived. Growth feels like grief sometimes, but it is sacred, and heaven honors your courage. The person whose contact you deleted will fade gently from your heart, and even their memory will lose its power. That's how true healing works. It doesn't erase, it transforms. You will think of them and feel gratitude instead of grief, peace instead of panic, and release instead of resistance. Because forgiveness has finished its work, and you have been made whole. From now on, let every decision echo this peace, and let every action mirror this freedom. Choose environments that match your growth, and speak words that water your destiny. When doubts try to return, remind yourself you obeyed, and heaven responded. And when you need reassurance, look at how calm your days have become. That calm is proof of divine presence, and that peace is your new normal. I am proud of you, and heaven is standing with you, declaring your completion. This chapter has ended, but your story has only begun, a story of divine restoration, holy partnerships, and unshakable joy. Walk forward with confidence because the light you carry is no longer fragile. It is eternal, it is radiant, and it is protected by my promise. You are loved beyond measure, chosen without condition, and guided without pause. Now close your eyes, breathe in light, and whisper, I am free, I am whole, I am His. Let that truth settle deep inside you, and let peace become your daily companion. When the sun rises tomorrow, know that it rises to greet a healed version of you. And when you hear the next divine message, listen closely, for it will carry your next assignment. Heaven is not finished. This is only the beginning of greater things. You are not forgotten. You are favored, and the best chapters have just begun. Go now in peace, walk in purpose, and shine in the grace that has been placed upon you. For the angels are still speaking your name, and the light around you will never fade again. Amen.